Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to my content. So, we're at the Luminary website, and you know this public figure for years now, and you know next year will be the 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right? But this article we're about to read, this girl Amy Jo Johnson had everybody on Twitter worrying about the franchise, the bleak future of the Power Rangers franchise as a whole. I mean, we know they're gonna be rebooting Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Netflix, but we're gonna get into some comments she made on Twitter, and I'm gonna go over my thoughts and opinions on this whole thing throughout the video. So let's hop on to it, y'all. Original Pink Ranger Amy Jo Johnson has recently released a tweet that has many fans worried and confused about the future of the Power Rangers franchise under the hands of Hasbro. Johnson released a tweet last night expressing her disappointment that the new Power Rangers universe won't feature or acknowledge the original characters or cast. This is odd, as none of this information has been released to the public until now. You know, I think at some point the Netflix Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reboot will probably acknowledge some of the original cast members, probably during the end credit scene, or probably make some references to the original five and make the new original five of Jason, Zach, Billy, Trini, or Kimberly. But you know what? She has an opinion just like everybody else, but what she's talking about is this company doesn't even acknowledge other Power Ranger seasons. And Lightning Collection wise, yeah, but in terms of like shows and movies, etc., I don't think they're gonna end up doing that. But I mean, a lot of people need to realize that Mighty Morphin sells a lot. I mean, it is the first of the franchise, but you gotta remember, I mean, sometimes when they do like other PR seasons, it can either be good or bad, or it doesn't gain enough attraction like how Mighty Morphin did 30 years ago. So let's continue. Very little is known about the upcoming Power Rangers movie reboot, as it seems that that even Hasbro has no idea what they want to do, with multiple rewrites being made over the past few years. A reunion series between the original cast and characters have been rumored for a while now. However, nothing has come of this as of now. Perhaps a reunion special or series was in development and plans fell through, and this is what Johnson is referring to. After she received questions and replies about her intent on tweet, Johnson released another tweet which really makes it seem that some of the things have fallen through behind the scenes between the original cast. I mean, I don't know what she's referring to, what she's talking about. Maybe it has something to do with David Yost wanted to work with Hasbro about the continuation of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers franchise on Netflix, about what they up to. And a while back, David Yost pretty much just shared the script on Twitter about Zach, Kimberly, and Tommy getting into it. I'm not gonna read to you what it says, but you get y'all get the idea. But getting back to what Amy Jo Johnson was talking about, I'm assuming that it has a lot to do with some ideas running through Hasbro's minds, because a lot of us don't even know what's going on over there. So we have yet to know what's happening. I mean, unless there's some true confirmation or some new information being brought out, I just hope that whatever it is that they announce, it won't be worse. So unless they're watching our Power Ranger idea videos on YouTube. I know mine's is a little bit better because I like how I predicted it. Even though I stutter, I mumble, kind of like I'm doing now, but I did wrote down some of my ideas. So let's continue. There's always more to a story. So this is what she tweeted again. Analyzing Hasbro, yeah. It isn't surprising to see that Hasbro is wanting to go in a different direction, as we reported last year that they would be cutting their partnership with Toei after Power Rangers Dino Fury. However, Hasbro would still retain the rights to all of the seasons prior to Dino Fury's source material, Real Soldier, so they still have plenty of options to produce the show on a cheap side. I still don't believe the split from Toei, because even though it's just a rumor, it's not really confirmed with anything. Unless it comes out of a horse's mouth, then we'll be able to say, okay, they actually did confirm. But I don't think this is ever gonna come to light. I mean, unless they will announce it so. But yeah, you already know how I feel about that. Although it seemed that Hasbro is hedging all of its bets on this new universe, despite this, there is still no script, no casting planet, and no production start time. As we know about the new universe is from rumors that it will release on Netflix and a spin-off series will follow. Speaking of follow series, I was gonna do a video on what Rangers should deserve a spin-off series, but I think one particular article that they did that was talking about was the Trey Trefoya, the original Gold Ranger before Jason came along, that they were going to do a series on Trey Trefoya, maybe do like a 5 or 10 episode of Trey Trefoya about how he became the original Gold Ranger of Eltar. So I think that right there would have been something cool to see. I mean, they was gonna do it back in '96 during this run of Zeo. I mean, that would have been something the kids would love, and it would have been for all ages to have the story be mature and keeping it kind of cheesy, but make it more serious at the same time about the powers of the Gold Ranger and how is can't even handle one human body, but it can only belong to Trey Trefoya. Because in Power Rangers Zeo, when Jason became the Gold Ranger, he was losing his powers and it was slowly killing him. So his body wasn't able to adjust the Gold Ranger powers all the way up into the finale. So let's continue. Both the film and the series are rumored to be more mature adaptation compared to the current version of the show, which is primarily targeted to boys between ages of 6 and 11. The new universe is rumored to be, well, to have some same tone like that. Oh, I guess it's talking about this new universe is going to be having some type of mature level, like how the CW shows are, like The Flash or whatever though. But I'd rather not for them to go that route unless it's their own style. I would say make it work, take their time, and don't screw it up. So yeah, I guess what it's trying to say. While the fans have been asking for a mature version of Power Rangers for years, it seems odd for Hasbro to do a reboot that seemingly completely abandons the past 30 years of the franchise. I can understand doing a new modern take, but throwing it out everything that comes before seems to just alienate the fans that came before. Also, if they are trying to make this big reboot, wouldn't it make sense for them to bring in aspects from the original show to bring in the former fans? I mean, it could work. You know, I don't think they're gonna end up abandoning 30 years of making Wolf and Power Rangers though. I mean, remember, Hasbro owns Power Rangers now. They're going to acknowledge the original cast. I mean, that's what I'm hoping they do. I don't want them to just throw everything out of the way of what made Mighty Morphin Power Rangers good in the first place at the time. Sorry for my tongue twirling though, but you get where I'm coming from with this. But look, man, at the end of the day, you know, sometimes Hollywood just don't know what they want in a reboot. Whether it's good or bad, I just hope that if they do reboot Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I would say please make sure the script is done right. I mean, you never know whether it's going to be good or bad, but either way, I hope they know what they're doing, because Jonathan and Twizzle is writing and producing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reboot. So we have to wait and see what he does. So let's continue this. To play devil's advocate, the 2017 movie attempted to do that and failed. Sorry. However, that movie was also subject to horrible marketing and was put up against Beauty and the Beast, which went on a gross over 1 million in worldwide. Overall, it seems that no one has any idea of what the future of the Power Rangers entails. That includes Hasbro, Only Time, Wettel. Look, I can understand where Amy Jo Johnson is coming from, but regardless of whether they're going to acknowledge the original cast or not, all we could do is just judge it for ourselves and give our thoughts and opinions on this as well, like I'm doing right now. But like I said, at the end of the day, you know, we have to wait and see what's gonna happen. So unless they make an announcement on the future of the franchise and, you know, Fan First Friday or Hasbro PostCon, we'll have to wait and see. But what y'all think of this whole thing? Do you think she's right, or do you think, you know, she's just tweeting just to tweet? I mean, she did brought up some good points that have the fans, you know, going crazy online. But I'm not going crazy, but those that are need to chill out. What y'all thoughts in the comments down below? Like, I'm out of here.